Right, I'm back at it once again, man. You already know who it is, man. So now I want to deal with it. I want to go in right now. I want to deal with the real stuff. So again, we're breaking out this movie now. We spoke about how we're gonna do the different editions. So now the Thanos edition, we dealt with that now. So now I want to deal with this edition right here. I want to call this now the Quantum edition. I want to break this down. I really want to do it. I really want to break this down right now. So now again, I think this edition now is the most crucial. This is the most integral part right here. And again, as I spoke about in the prelude now, really, I'm the only person really that can really break this down right here. I'm really the only person that can do it. You see what I'm saying? I'm really the only person that can really break this down from its fullest totality. Because I deal with this. I deal with this. I deal with the quantum. I deal with the occultism. I deal with this. So now I want to break this down. So now, starting it off now, we know how basically Ant-Man now in his movie now, that's where it all started when they got the introduction into the quantum. Ant-Man now in his movie now, he got sent into the quantum realm, right? But then when Thanos snapped all the people away now, he got trapped in the quantum. You see what I'm saying? He got trapped in the quantum. But in the Endgame now, Ant-Man gets out of the quantum now and makes his way to the Avengers headquarters. And that classical scene where, what I'm saying, he's all on the CCTV and they're saying, oh, is that old message? Da, da, da. You know that already, right? So that's what took place. So now, again, some major, we didn't do some major spoilers right now. If you ain't seen the movie already, again, you should already, it's just the title alone, really and truly. But again, we're dealing with this right now. So now, he explains to them now how. So now this is 5 years later. Now it's 5 years later now, but he explains to them now. He was trapped in the quantum, but those 5 years was more like 5 hours to him. So he speaks about how time works differently in the quantum, right? So he proposes that if you can enter the quantum in and come out at one point in time and come out at a different time before Thanos gets the Infinity Stones, they can basically stop all this. So now they start going to different people. Tony Stark, Bruce Banner now. You see what I'm saying? Just get more information on this. And then Tony Stark's like, basically that's not how time travel works. That's not how this thing really works, right? They can't go to distant pasts, right? And change events hoping to change their current present. That's not how it works, right? Tony broke it down. So now I want to break this down here. So now basically what it is now, this is where things get interesting right here. The truth of the time travel is that what they was doing in the movie, that wasn't actually time travel. It was something even more complicated. Again, they just called it time travel. That was just for the mainstream. That was just for the mainstream. Not just for the people who who aren't really familiar with those teachings and that knowledge right there. That was really for them. You see what I'm saying? You see, because it was to make it easier to understand, right? What they really was depicting though was the personification of reality and what makes up reality, right? So by them going to the quantum world, they had to shrink themselves down to that of quantum particles. So literally, they are literally quantum particles now. They are literally quantum particles, right? So again, I did do a breakdown for those who may have already seen it. Again, it's not up now, but for those who may have seen when I broke down the Ant-Man and the quantum world, the Ant-Man and the quantum world, right? And if you've seen the Ant-Man now, there was an importance of the helmet. There was an importance of the helmet, right? And without the helmet, they couldn't go subatomic. You see what I'm saying? Without the helmet, they couldn't go subatomic, right? You see, but as the quantum world now is already all around you. You see what I'm saying? The quantum world is already all around you, right? Give me a second. Okay, so the quantum world now is already all around you, but because of the brain now, it doesn't allow you to again receive these quantum wave states. We spoke about this, right? We spoke about how again the brain doesn't allow you to view the quantum world. Doesn't allow you to view. So going to the quantum world now is the manipulation of the brain. That's really the secret to it. Going to the quantum world is really the manipulation of the brain, right? And the brain's constructing of reality. But the brain is also a store of memories. Right, the brain is also a store of memories. So, again, we spoke about this. I forget the video on this channel dealing with the predestination. We spoke about how the real time travel now dealing with the memories, dealing with consciousness. You see what I'm saying? So the time travel. So basically, the time travel that they give to you, that's not the real time travel. But the real time travel now is traveling through the consciousness, traveling through the memories and the recollection of the memories. That's the real time travel. So now when they go back in time to previous events that have already taken place, but the events were moments that already exist in the memories, moments that are still playing out, still taking place, moments that are always taking place, because the past is always in the memories, it's always taking place. So the past, if you were to personify the past, even though it's a memory, but you could personify it as that as a reality. That reality is always taking place. It's always happening, always taking place in the memories, in the consciousness. You see. So, so they travel back through the conscious recollection of memories to places where they remember where the stones were. This is what took place, right? So one of the places they ended up going back now. So now they go back through the different movies now. So one of the places they went back to now was Age of Ultron. They went back to Age of Ultron, right? And there was a scene where Hulk goes to get the Time Stone, and he finds the ancient one, and he asked her about Doctor Strange. You see, he asks her about Doctor Strange. So now, but the reason I want to break this down now, because there may or may not be, or there most likely won't be. Probably won't do this time round the Doctor Strange edition, because the Doctor Strange edition really would give away too much. You see. So there most likely won't be a Doctor Strange edition this time round. So I really want to just touch on this a little bit here, because there most likely won't be the Doctor Strange edition, right? So now, he asked her about Doctor Strange, but notice how she wasn't even shocked. She wasn't even shocked that this guy is asking about a guy that doesn't even exist yet, doesn't even exist, and she just corrects him and say, "You're 5 years too early," you know. So she wasn't even shocked again. But what it really showcases, you know, dealing with the ancients, how the ancients understood time and the ancients understood time. You see what I'm saying? They understood time, now they can see the future, all these different things. But again, we don't want to break it down. We don't want to go too much into it again, you know. But it's really significant stuff, right? So, you know, so now let me see. Okay. So now let's go back to the quantum aspect now. So again, they shrunk themselves down to quantum particles, to the size of quantum particles. So they are the personification of particles and the quantum nature of particles themselves, such as the scene now with Nebula and Thanos, right? So now there was a malfunction now where the Nebula of that time period saw the Nebula of that time period now, she saw the memories of the other Nebula. They were linked, right? So now she takes them back to no she take no Thanos takes her back to the ship now to run diagnostics, right? And Ebony Moore now he's running the diagnostics now, and he says how the memories are entangled. They're entangled with the other nebula, again showing the quantum entanglement, right? And you do something to one particle, and it simultaneously happens to the other particle. It doesn't matter with this. Doesn't matter the distance. You see what I'm saying? So this is the quantum entanglement right here. But now again, here's where it gets deep. So as mentioned previously, now what they showed in the movie was not time travel, but what it was, what they depicted really now. Here's where it gets deep now. I spoke about this. I spoke about this again. What they depicted was the quantum leap. That's what they depicted. It was the quantum leap, right? As they didn't go back in time, they went to moments in time that already exist, that are still playing out in the memories, still taking place and playing out in the consciousness. It's always taking place, right? But the third dimensional reality doesn't exist, but it's a construct of the brain and human consciousness. So the events that take place here is merely a stage that have, merely a stage for events that are destined to take place based on the circumstance, right? So what they did was enter into a reality that already existed and continued to exist based on the memories. And in those realities, the stones already exist, and the stones exist, and always will exist based on the consciousness. So what they essentially did now, this is the key now. What they did was take something from one space and bring it into another space. Now, they call it time travel now is because time is flowing in the opposite direction. Time is going in reverse. So now the effect now precedes the action that it caused it, or the action that caused it. As the Infinity War, Thanos had a cause, right? Thanos had a purpose, and his purpose was to gather the Infinity Stones and bring about death. And the effect was the death, and the aftermath of this was the effect that caused. You see what I'm saying? The aftermath now of this death, that's the effect. So Thanos had a cause, he had a purpose to bring death, and the aftermath that you saw now in Endgame, that's the effect of what Thanos had because of the cause and the purpose of Thanos. Do you understand? So again, we're dealing with some stuff right now. But the effect, so now the effect, Thanos, the endgame, the aftermath, the effect now causes the Avengers to now gather new stones and undo what Thanos had already done. Time is going in reverse. Again, we're dealing with this, right? So what they essentially did was they created new Infinity Stones. This is what they did. They created new Infinity Stones and brought them into existence in their reality. Because again, the stones don't exist in their reality anymore. Thanos destroyed them, right? But they exist in these other realities based on the memories, based on the consciousness. They still exist in their consciousness, in the memories, in these other realities. They still exist in these other realities, right? So essentially what they did was take a stone from one space and manifest it and bring it into existence in another space, right? So now they have new Infinity Stones. These were new stones, right? So again, but for now, so again, we're going deep again. You won't get this anywhere else. Nobody else is gonna break it down like this. I want to break it down to you. But again, now in the scene now with Hulk and an Ancient One now, you know, still speaking about how to take a stone from here. You see what I'm saying? Their reality will be fine, but her reality, where the stone was taken from, will go into basically just go into darkness, be this, before all messed up, right? But in reality, that wouldn't actually happen because this isn't time travel. So reality, they didn't even have to put back the stones. They didn't have to put back the stones. The stones didn't have to go back. But I want to break it down to you, because again, though, in those realities now, they exist in the consciousness. Those realities exist in the consciousness now and in the memories. So what happens there won't affect the current timeline. So the Ancient One not having the time stone to defend reality doesn't affect their reality, because Doctor Strange already exists. So she doesn't have the time stone to defend reality up until when she meets Doctor Strange. She has to train Doctor Strange for him to become Doctor Strange. That doesn't even matter, because these realities only exist in the consciousness, only exist in their memories, but Doctor Strange already exists in their reality, right? So the real reason why they had to put back the stones, they had to return the stones, was to not alter the new reality they have just made. They didn't want to alter the new reality, right? That they had just created for themselves, because with new Infinity Stones in existence, this could start a whole new Infinity War, and word will get out. Word will get out that Thanos has been defeated. Thanos has been defeated, but the Infinity Stones are still on Earth. So a new villain, possibly even stronger than Thanos, with a new army, will come to Earth to take those Infinity Stones. So a whole new Infinity War would start, right? But again, this is what would happen. But again, Thanos also said how he had to use the stones to destroy the stones. So they wouldn't even be able to destroy the stones on Earth, because again, it would be too great. The power would be too great. You see what I'm saying? So they had to basically put the stones back. You see what I'm saying? So they had to put the stones back because they couldn't destroy them on Earth, because again, the power would be too great. And they couldn't keep them on Earth because it would start a whole new Infinity War with a new villain, stronger than Thanos, with a whole new army, and a whole new Infinity War would have started all over again, and it would have been done. They would have to do that shit all over again. So basically, they had to get the stones out of their reality. This is what took place. So again, guys, we're dealing with this right here is the quantum edition, as we spoke about in the prelude. I'm gonna be breaking things down. You won't get this anywhere else. I'm the only one that can really break this down. I want to break it down to you, and we've done it right here. So again, this was deep stuff right here, guys. We really broke it down right here. So again, man, that's really the end of the video. Again, we're breaking this movie down. So now I want to deal with the next edition coming up, man. So again, you guys know, man, stay tuned for that edition, man. So again, man, that's the end of the video. So again, hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you took some good information from this. All right, people, thanks for watching.